First off, y'all tell me, can you see me and can you hear me? And am I clear? Because I'm in the backyard. Hey, Marianne, Bridget, Pamela, how are y'all doing today? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I didn't want to be all faded out and nobody see me or hear me. Great. How are y'all doing today? Yeah. Hey, Adele. Great, great. I'm so glad. I just decided that it was a beautiful afternoon. It's going to be raining here in Georgia again, starting, I think, tomorrow. So I decided that I just needed to come out here and go live. You be picking weeds. That's great. I need to do some yard work, but I know if I did, it'd kill me. So I'm going to just sit around and be lazy. Talk to y'all. What else have you been doing? Hey, y'all, I've made 4 hats so far and used only maybe half of that big ball of yarn. So if anybody else, y'all excuse me, I got to get up here and see the light on this. Jennifer, hey, how are you today? Y'all don't forget the thumbs up. It's a little windy out here, so okay, Marianne, I see. 13, Bridget, you got 13 hands. Well, I've got 4. I'm doing good with them, I thought. But I'm still crocheting. I decided that I'm tired of just that navy by itself, just dark navy, so I'm going to put a little color in. Hey, Dora Beth, how are you today, love? I just thought I'd bring y'all outside here. We're in my backyard. I got to stay close to the house or I wouldn't have Wi-Fi. So I just brought my little table and my Chromebook and set up right here in the... Hey, Enid, how are you today? I hope all of y'all are feeling well. Snowing on my word, Enid. Well, it's been partly sunny. The sun's just kind of in and out of the clouds right here today. And they say at some point in time it's going to start raining again, which... Hey, lazy Linda Crocheter, how are you? You're making a grocery list, right? I just heard on the news where they were saying that for everybody not to go crazy and hoard stuff because there would be supplies. It's just kind of, there was a big boom on the grocery stores, and so I think Georgia Pacific, that makes a lot of our paper products, I think they'll come back with plenty for us, but they've just got to catch up now. Have I missed anybody? It's basically a blizzard, ain't it? Oh, my word. Well, Linda, I hope you get the groceries you need. I certainly do. Yes, Doorbeth, they will. They're just, everything's kind of still bare, but they're starting to get buds all over them. They'll be covered soon, like you said. Well, I didn't give y'all any notice of this. I just wanted to, I thought, well, if I'm going to do it, I might as well do it right now. Oh, great, ain't it? Amazon Fresh order. That's great. Bridget, it's not, oh, you said it is. It's hot over there today in South Carolina. Uh, the wind's blowing a lot here, so yeah, Linda, my husband and I have decided that it's time for us to stay in with some of my health problems, and he's on up 67. He's in good shape, but you know, we're listening to what they say. So the kids have said that they'll come to the carport, say hey to us, and not come in now. So, and then if we need anything, they're going to be the ones going to the stores. So I think right now that's the only smart thing to do. I mean, I'm not in a panic, but I just think it's, you know, the smart thing. And Dora Beth, I know you need to stay in, have to. Oh, Linda, your hubby's 78 and you're 72, right? Y'all need to be careful. Yeah, Bridget, that's right. Just listen to the king and don't be running out, because there are some people going a little bit crazy. But I hope everybody I mean, this, in my opinion, is serious, but I hope everybody calms down and just uses good sense and, you know, just kind of doing what we know we need to do. Jeanette, how are you? Have I said hey to you yet, or did you just pop in? Oh, there were crazy people at work, I'm sure. Why, Enid, you're just a baby. 46. My computer is giving me notices. I have to get them out of the way. Well, I'm like I said, I'm just, oh, you're asthmatic, right? Stay home, because that's what they say it's attacking is. Right, Marianne, I believe that that's the main thing. We just need to be careful. We need to be careful and use good common sense. And then I'm praying for everybody. I'm praying, you know, that this isn't as bad as I know a lot of people are thinking it is, but I'm also know that I've got enough sense to realize that I've got to use caution. And because, I mean, I feel like it could get really bad. Oh, the sun is coming out. I love to see the sun come out. It's got another cloud it'll go behind in just a minute. I hope that didn't. It looks like I can see me. Yes, yes, it's really bad. People that immune system, and Doorbeth, I know you're one. But with my problems with my spine, they've always said that, you know, that affects. It hasn't affected me as bad as I've seen other people. I've got a group uh, on Facebook that I'm in, and there's a lot of people in there that have the same problems I do, that their immune system is just really been hit hard. I mean, they have, you know, they have no immune system. And I know, like I say, Doorbeth, I just think of you all the time, hun, because I know that you're in that group of your immune system is not good at all. So, well, Pamela, I'm glad. I hate it. I don't know what. I just didn't know how this would look out here in the outside and with the sun going in and out. Well, Dorbeth, if you need to, well, hey, Ryan, how are you today? What you been up to out there in California? Well, thanks, Linda. This is our yard goes on out to the pasture, so we're just sitting here with the cows around us. There's not, no, there's some over there to that side, and I don't think this pasture over this way, it sure is getting, let me show y'all over that way if y'all can see how green it's getting. I don't want to make y'all sick whirling y'all around, but it's pretty and green over that way. Well, thank you. My husband's aunt was his, it was his, she was his mother's sister, and they built this house down here that we have now. And she planted all these trees back here, and they were little trees back 50 years ago. I don't know if she really thought about how big they'd be as they got bigger. I worry sometimes about when storms come up around here. Well, Dorbeth, you do what you need to do. Ron, you're shopping at Hobby Lobby, girl. Is this the week for the 30% off? Yeah, we've got pastures all around here. Your horse would love it. The cows might not love it, but the horse would love it. Something about cows and horses together, they don't always mix very well, especially when it's cows that's never been around horses. Now, we've had pastures that we've rented before and put cows in there, and the people that own it, well, I've got these 2 horses and I'd like to keep them there. And so my husband, Kathy, hey. All right. Well, I'm glad you're here. But when we put the cows in there and go to get them up, the horses won't run around, and then the cows run everywhere. It's just been a mess. But most of the cattle now are just here on our farm, and we've got one more farm rented across town. Hey, Sherry, how are you today? Who else have I missed here? I'm just running my mouth and I can't see my little, there's my little arrow. I hope I hadn't missed anybody. I said hello to Jeanette. Jeanette, are you doing okay these days? I hadn't had a chance to. I've been thinking about, well, I think about all y'all all the time, but I knew with you starting that new job. And Sherry, how are you doing today? And all of you, and Adele, how is it? I can't talk. How is it out there in Texas? The great state of Texas. Where all of y'all from? I think I know most of the places y'all live, but if you don't mind putting it up, y'all tell me where. Oh, I'm waiting, Sherry, for them to close our schools. They've said that they're going to look at it again. Jeanette, you're in Pennsylvania. And Sherry, St. Louis, Missouri. All righty. Yeah, the schools are closed to the end of this month, and they're going to look at it, of course, the end of this month. Then they have Arkansas, Pamela. That's right. Good old Arkansas. Hey, Darla, you're in Canada. Marianne, North Carolina. We got in Bridget's in South Carolina. So seeing what? Hey, Rebecca, I can't read the San Diego, California. I saw the San and didn't see the rest. Well, how is it down there, Rebecca? I know Los Angeles and San Francisco has a lot of cases. And Dora Beth, you're a Kentucky girl. We got several people that are on YouTube from Kentucky, don't we? Or around Kentucky. Oh, Bridget, I wondered where you originally came from. I was going to ask you one day, and Adele is San Angelo, Texas. Oh, me. Here comes one of the dogs. Hey, Kim, how are you? And Kathy, you're from Texas. Scoot. Go, Brandon. Sit. Sit. Okay. He'll stay there for just a minute. Kim, you're from Oklahoma. All righty. Well, thank y'all for telling me. Anybody else that's in here coming in, and y'all hear me? I love to know where people are from. I'm doing good, Kim. I hope all of y'all are, is what I keep saying here. I truly do. I just hope. Because I know a lot of us that are a little older, these things are falling on my computer. I'm blowing them off. Thanks, Rebecca. I'm sitting in my backyard. But some of us that are older, or some of us that have different conditions and different things like that, I know that, we all need to be careful and make sure we're taking the necessary precautions. And Bridget, I know you've got... Okay, Bridget, you take the girls out, and thank you so much for coming by today. And I love you, sweetheart, and you take care, because I know you've got problems too. And be careful. Yes, I love Georgia. I've lived here my whole life. I've traveled quite a bit. We had a trucking company, so I've been to... If you cut the United States from all the way out to El Paso, Texas, go straight up to Iowa to Wisconsin, and come back across to the east, I've been in all the states there. Oh, Chiquita, hey! How are you doing today, hon? But hadn't been up to the very northeast of the country, and that's one of my bucket list things to do. Oh, y'all are going down to 30, which is 22. Ooh, my. Oh, Bridget shout. Who Bridget shout out? Chiquita, I'm getting lost. Oh, or you shouted Bridget out. I'm kind of behind. Yeah. I'm trying. I can't see the screen real good, and I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here squinting, but when the sun kind of peeps out, I'm afraid I've missed somebody. I said If I've missed you, holler at me again. I'm sorry. Has anybody else popped in? Well, what's on your hooks today besides blue hats? I think everybody's been making. I've got 4 so far out of my big ball of yarn, and I know I'll have at least 4 more and probably 5 more. I don't think I've used half of it yet. So depending on, I've made them all different ways. I've made 2 beanies and one that's kind of like the line, one of the line brand patterns, and where you roll the bottom up or whatever. And what did I make the other one like? Oh, that first slouchy hat I made. So, hey, Nana's Crochet Ideas. How are you today? And I did know your name, hon, but I was going to bring my list. Y'all, I have made a list of names of everybody, and I sit and try to put down everybody, and I will leave somebody out or forget somebody's names. But Nana, how are you today, and how are you doing? Hey, Dina, how are you? I'm going to just sit here and how are you? And I don't have much to talk about other than I just wanted to actually talk to you today. I've got my husband sitting inside watching Dr. Oz and seeing what all we need to do. And I came out here in the sun for a little while. Oh, you know what, Dorbeth? I didn't, all of my moderators are not here, are they? Let me find this little. Dorbeth, you mind doing it? I'm going to click on you before you go away. And Darla, you mind? I'm just looking to see who I can see. Right here. Adele, you mind if I make you a moderator? Y'all start moving. I won't make nobody. Y'all go out of range. There, I got 3 of you. I think maybe that'll be enough, hopefully. Hey, Quilty, Linda, how are you? Now I can't see the blue that I made. Marianne, that's right. I don't know. I can sit and tell everybody hey in the chats because I've got my Chromebook. And when I'm typing on my phone, I can't. Well, Linda, I'm glad you're good today. Linda, where are you from, if you don't mind telling us? Everybody else has been telling us where you're from, and anybody that hasn't told us. And I'm having a little bit of problems reading what y'all are saying out here, but I'm trying. Yeah, we've got Indiana. Okay, that's good. A lot of people from Indiana too. And Deanie, you're from Iowa? Well, great, the great state of Iowa. Nana, you're from California. Nana, did you tell me your name? Hope, how are you today? Thanks for coming by. And who is this at the bottom? I bring it from Pennsylvania. Brenda, thanks. Yes, you did catch me live. I came outside. And this, Linda, you're from Phoenix, Arizona. Okay. Terry, Nana, thank you. I see it this time. So I'm trying. I'm sure. I'm trying to make sure where I can't see. I don't know if it was the brightest thing for me to do out here in the sun because I can't see y'all good when it comes out shining. And my son lives right across the road, one of my oldest son. And then we have neighbors probably about half a mile up the road. So we're kind of out here, but we do have neighbors. It's not like we're just out nowhere. It's not a lot of anywhere around us, but um, you're crocheting a lacy scarf. Well, I'd like to see that. Oh, Tracy's at Crochet Rocks. Well, that'll be pretty. And Brenda Estes, how are you doing today, hon? I know I hollered when you came in, but I didn't get to see if you answered me. Now the sun's gone back in. I can see a little better. Y'all remember the thumbs up. Well, thanks, Brenda. I'm blowing around out here today. I was hoping that it would be clear enough. I'm sitting outside where the Wi-Fi thing is. I can't remember anything when I'm talking to y'all. Enid, are you asking me? I've got a Facebook group, and it's a Yarn Addict. If you'll go down below one of my videos, I've got a link to them. I'll put a link at the bottom of this when we get through. Which Linda's leaving? Lazy Linda. Well, I'm so glad you came by. I appreciate it so much. And yes, let me tell you, I have never uh, ordered and picked up groceries at Walmart. So last week, when everything started getting a little bit crazy, I told my husband, I guess it was Thursday night, I said, I'm fixing to place an order at Walmart, and they said that I could pick it up like Friday afternoon late. So I went ahead and ordered, and everything I would ask him, I'd say, do we need this or we need that? And he'd go, well, no, I don't think so. And I got to thinking, well, I'm going to do this anyway. So I just kept adding things on to our order. And now he sees that there was a reason for me getting, because around here, and I know other places too, but within 2 days, there wasn't any stores had toilet paper and paper towels on the shelves. And it was just crazy that everything, you know, and like everybody said, I don't understand why the toilet paper got gone so fast. I mean, what are we going to do with toilet paper? I was much more interested in getting some canned foods and stuff I could put in the freezer and things like that, because, of course, I did get some toilet paper. Walmart was out that day, Friday, as of the Walmart here close to us, they were out. But we went down the street. We have Ingles. If any of y'all, and who all has an Ingles in y'all's? Did I cut y'all off? Okay, now y'all moved. Y'all didn't move for I was just wondering if y'all were still here. But at Ingles, they had one uh, big shelf out front of one of the aisles that had some northern. So I got a big pack of northern. Yeah, Marianne, we have an Ingles just about in every little town around us. So we stopped in there and got a few. Walmart was out of chicken noodle soup, and I thought, well, I just like to eat soup some days, and I just got down to no canned goods hardly at all. So I thought to myself, I better get some food. So I did. I got plenty of stuff. Even if the kids couldn't go get us stuff, I got enough to eat till for months. I'm sure for just my husband and I. Of course, he's such a picky eater. I don't know if y'all's. I know, like one of my sons, he's kind of picky, but he's not as bad as his dad. He will eat a few things, and my other son eats anything and everything there is. So, uh, buy frozen chicken parts, dry noodles, onions. Right. I've got if it's just me and him here during the weeks, and I know that none of the kids are going to come in and eat with us and things like that. I used to keep onions and potatoes and just everything you needed, but we've got a Piggly Wiggly in our little community here, our little town. So he runs, or he had been. The kids have fussed and fussed the last few days and told him that he wasn't running to Piggly Wiggly anymore. So, but he loves to run down to Piggly Wiggly every day and pick up what he wants to eat. So, oh, your son and grandkids are picky too. Yeah. Well, and Jeanette, you're missing cans. I know. Oh, you're missing Canyon. I'm a little slow. Freaky. Hello. How are you today? Pigs and what? The only thing. Oh, the only thing I still can't read out there. Only thing I can think of from a pig is bacon. Think of. That's what I thought you were saying. Well, I think we've got plenty. Oh, junk food, Brenda. Goodness. I loaded up on the junk food because I knew the grandkids would be out of school, but we had decided this morning they had not been coming around as much. But we just decided this morning that they wouldn't be coming in and out of the house. So Cam, my youngest grandson, he's always just been my boy because I kept him from the time he was born just about. My daughter, she had to go back to work early, so she didn't stay out 6 weeks with him. And I kept him. I was still working at that time, but in my office, I had a place to keep him. And I know, touching my face, I got to go. But as soon as I go in, I wash my hands. But he just can't stand it if he can't come over here, can't come by just every few days. And so he came 2 or 3 times today. He came to the door, and first time I asked him, I opened up my carport door and just let the fresh air come in, thank goodness. And I said, well, what are you doing? And he said, well, I'm coming to the drive-through. I said, what is it? And I'd bought a bunch of the little high C drinks, and he needed another drink. So I got one and handed it to him, and he went on his way. So, of course, he's 14 now, and he's, but he's still kind of, instead of a mama's boy, he's a nana's boy. So. Yes, right. If I don't touch my face, then yours, Freaky. I won't do that, okay? Sherry, your husband can't taste, so you can make anything. Well, that's terrible, but I guess that does work out. Yeah, he's just been kind of Nana's boy since when he was little. He would, and that's bad, but my daughter was working, his dad was working, and he just stayed with me the majority of the time, and he didn't even want to go home with either one of them. Did I say her husband was working? I don't even know what I say. Anyway, if I say things wrong, I hope y'all know what I'm saying. No, I hadn't seen that, Marianne. I will. I'll check it out after we get through here. But well, I think I don't even know what time it is. It's around 4. I think Lori's Crochet Corner, and I don't know if it's her Crochet Corner or Crochet Corner 2 is supposed to be coming on this afternoon. But yeah, Freaky, there are a lot of people that are. I got to just flipping through all the channels the other day, and I mean, just the different. I was looking at every so often. I get caught up in watching just crochet, and then every now and then I like to go watch, some of the other crafts that people are doing. And there's some of these young girls that are doing some of the cutest things. I just, they go to the dollar stores and get these things and bring them home and paint them and all this good stuff. And I think, well, I used to love to do stuff like that, but now just sit and crochet. But I like to watch some of them. I get a big kick out of it. And there's so many of them, and they're so energetic and enthusiastic. I love seeing them. Your crazy dance. Okay, I'll go check that out. There's an animal behind me. Is it a cow? I have to turn around so I don't see an animal behind me. There's a trailer down there. I don't know what those boys have brought that trailer down there for. I never know what my boys are up to. Carol, hey Carol, how are you today? I sound like a broke record, don't I? How are you today? But that's, I don't know how all y'all are doing. Now, this is better. I can see again. A dog. You think it okay? There are some dogs around here. Some of them are running loose, and they may have moved one dog this afternoon to that trailer so they could get its pen situated. Is anybody else new? Well, this just thrills my heart that all of y'all came by. Because I told my husband, I said, well, if you want to stay in here, I think I'm going to do a live. And he said, well, what? I mean, first I told him I think I was going to do a video. And he said, whatever you want to do. And I told him always when he's around, I said, I don't mind you sitting in here. Just tell me if you're going to stay where you won't be asking me something, getting up and going out and coming in and all kind of stuff like that. So he kept sitting over there. So finally I said, I'm fixing to find out if I can take this Chromebook outside and make sure that it still picks up the Wi-Fi. So it did. So I thought to myself, when it did, I said, great, I'm going to go sit outside and go live. Excuse me, I need a drink of water here. Is there not no new folks in here? Y'all scream at me if I've missed you. But we're sitting beside my big air conditioning unit out here. It's torn up, so I guess it don't matter. And had been able to have that fixed. My husband's aunt built this house. So crazy. It was just her and her husband, and it's way too big for two people. And now that it's just me and my husband here, it's way too big for just two people. But this air conditioning unit went out. There's two of them for the house. And we just decided right now, instead of we put one of those air conditioning units that can sit in the floor and then you vent it out the window, we put one on there. My sun porch is right here on that side of y'all. So, and that's what this unit went to. So I've got that out there and then air in the rest of the house. So I just said, want no use in spending the kind of money they want to put that unit in right now. I really would love to build a small house and then let our other son come and buy this house. And that would be my ultimate dream. Don't know if that'll ever happen, but one day when I ever tell y'all, yay, I'm building a house. Freaky, you'll be right back. Okay. Don't go too far. Rebecca, are you leaving? Okay, well, I'm so glad you came. Oh, in Indianapolis, schools are closed to May 1st. That's what I figure they're going to do here. They get out at the end of May always. And see, they closed the university. My youngest daughter is a professor here at University of West Georgia. And they had them to come home. Like last week, they said that they'd be off for 2 weeks. Well, no, last week was their spring break. And they said that they would take the next week off too. They'd have 2 weeks for spring break. And then Friday, they came back. It was just pop, 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 talking about what days they were going to have off. And then they said they'd be closed for the semester. Well, the university people coming in are closed. They've gone online. So she's teaching online now for the rest of the semester. And she was like, oh, I really liked all of my kids this year. So, but that's the best thing to do. Hey, Cynthia, how are you today? Beautiful weather in Northeast Florida. It's pretty weather here in Georgia today. So that's what I got. My children coming up. Y'all close your ears just a minute. I'm going to scream. Grant! Grant! They don't hear me. I'm on the computer. I'm doing a live. He's in the house. Go to the door. Sorry about that. I knew they'd come up if I got out here. They'll be gone all day. And then when I get out here doing something, I don't know what the students in the dorms. Well, Cynthia, that's I wish I could spring clean. Y'all wouldn't believe how nasty my house is. I don't even like to talk about it. I hadn't been able, and my husband does a little, like over the surface. He can sweep the floors and wash the dishes and wipe down the countertops. And he has learned to wash clothes, bless his heart. So, and I just, because the bad thing, yeah, thank you, darling, y'all, and Grant, that's my oldest. Um, but when I start doing things, I just get involved in doing things. And it's like I just can't stop myself. And then it's not 15 minutes later, I'm so worn out, I've got to sit down for the next hour or two. So it wouldn't be so bad if I've got some discs that are going bad now in my lower back. And y'all, I do not want to have another surgery. All they've done on my cervical spine. It's fused and bolted and rods and screwed and everything else. It's there, and they can't do anything else to it. But when all this started in my lower back, I thought, it'll be okay. And it was for several years. But now, as soon as I get up to do something, it just kills me. So, along with all the other problems, and then last year when I had the issues with my heart, I just said to myself, house, you can forget it. One day, I've got bugs flying around now. Excuse me. I just decided one day that I'll get somebody in here and clean it. I'll let my husband do what he can do, and then we'll live that way. I can get the sheets on and off the bed to wash, and I think I'm doing good. That's pitiful, isn't it? And I hate it because it bothers me. My birthday's next month, and I'll be 62. So I never thought at this age I'd be where I couldn't do anything. But oh, you had neck surgery just last year, Cynthia? Ooh. Uh, I hate it that anybody, well, I hate any kind of problems anybody has, but y'all, this neck issues and now my lower back and everything is just, yeah, Kim, thanks. I feel like it sometimes. Y'all ought to really see the MRI of my neck. I look like I've got plates here in the front of my neck, and then the two rods that go up and down the back of my neck. And then, like I said, I don't even remember how many screws they are that go in all of that mess. But, and I'm not trying to whine and moan and make, I hate to even think about it. I just try to go on and that part, but my lower back now, I'll whine about it a little bit because, like I said, if I do too much, it just hurts way too bad. Freaky, are you going? Oh, Cynthia, you're 69. Oh, it's 4 years for your neck now. Oh, Quilty Linda. Yeah, that's one of the problems that happens with people. I can't say the word that they cause it, but the curve of your neck straightens out, and that causes the problems then with the disc. You get pinched nerves and then ruptured disc and then compression on your spinal cord. And Kim, it really wasn't that I heard it. My dad and grandmother had degenerative disc disease, and I was the lucky one. I got that from them, but there was so much compression because of the ruptured disc and the disc just degenerating in my neck. To begin with, I let it go way too long. I should have went years and years before I did. That's why any of y'all, if there's problems, you get to have tingling in your hands or your feet and you're having your necks hurting, go see about it. I always just thought mine was stress, tension, and all like that. We were running a trucking company, a truck brokerage, plus we had the cattle farm, and I had 4 kids, and I was just doing way too much, and I let it go. I let it go way too long. I should have went when it first started happening. Instead of just thinking, it was stress, I should have went to the doctor and really complained. I went a time or two and they were like, oh, well, let me give you some muscle relaxers. Of course, I sat and said, oh, I think it's just all stress, and it's just that, all my muscles and everything's so tight. And so that's what they did. And I should have just said, y'all find out what's wrong. So it wasn't. But see, I went really downhill. I was doing more or less all right, except for having these episodes of this bad pain and everything. I started having just this incredible pain. And within like 2 months, I could hardly write my name, to fill out any records at the doctor. My youngest daughter had to go with me to fill out all the records, and my walking had gotten so affected by it. So that's just, I went downhill that fast from when it just really got to the point that I realized I had to do something about it. And the first two, I had 2 surgeries where they went in from the front of my neck, and that never really relieved all the pressure and all the problems I had, the compression that was still there. So when they went in from the back and put the rods in, they opened it up as much, as they could, but there had been, so much permanent damage done to it by then that I went down to Mayo in Jacksonville, Florida, and had that done. And the guy was a wonderful neurosurgeon there. And he just told me, that he was going to do the best he could, because at that point in time, I was falling just every time. A doctor had already told me to get a walker. And I guess I should get a walker, but I feel like if I did that, they'd kind of be just giving up on, I can get around the house okay. When we go out, I kind of just hold on to my husband and, I can walk fine now, but I just get wobbly and I sway and I have to catch myself for balance. And so you got to go, Sherry. Well, thank you so much for coming by. And look, y'all, I guess I'm going to go on and get off here. And it's been almost an hour. But I want to tell y'all how much I do appreciate all of y'all for stopping in with me this afternoon. I just love talking with y'all. And I keep saying that I'm going to give y'all some notice before I do a live. And I am going to figure out kind of when nobody's coming on, maybe in the middle of the afternoon. I don't know exactly how many people are around, or either a little later in the evening. But I'm going to start trying to do a live maybe once a week. We'll see how it goes. But I just appreciate each and every one of you. I love all of you truly, truly I do. And y'all know you keep coming back always. And I will see you all later on if I can cut this live stream off. There we go. Bye, y'all. Love you.